Morning folks, how you doing? It's Des Cattys out with Barney, just setting up our tarps as usual. It's raining, but no worries, we just get on with it, you know, it is what it is. If it ain't raining, it ain't traded and all that, so stay tuned for we're out just for an overnighter, hopefully practicing a few skills and all that sort of stuff, so stay tuned. Right, assume the position and get a brew on, eh? In my last video, someone left a lovely comment, very constructive, that that you idiots, you know, you only like to drink tea and coffee and words to that effect. You know, I've probably fractured the comment anyway. I mean, you know, but the British Empire was built on tea, mate. That's probably why it's a pile of crap now. But anyway, you know, that's part of the routine. You know, maybe you need to get out a bit more, mate, or I don't know, got no idea. But I don't want to get into a controversial statement, but this is what it's all about, getting out in the rain, you know, tarp up, brew on, out with friends. What more can you ask for?
Maybe he drinks too much coffee, Des.
Maybe he does drink too much coffee, Barney. You could be right, actually, says the tea drinker. So what I'll do, I'm trying to chase the drip. Let's do it like that. It's all gone tits up, folks. You know what, does Steven Spielberg had the same problem?
Right,
Eh?
you alright?
Yeah, it's sort of like, it all went a bit funny, all went a bit Pete-tong, you know? So I just like the tarp come down, like, and everything, and I was just like, right in the right, you know, I don't know, I'm alright now though. Yeah, I'm alright now. I'm just collecting some water, taking advantage of the situation, using the old Grail, you know, the old Grail purifier, water purifier. Good bit of kit actually. Cup of coffee. Barney has just checked his phone and the Tinternet has said that it's going to stop raining at 9 o'clock, and so we're going to get a bit of dry stuff, which, you know, we'll obviously do stuff in the rain, but obviously it dampens the spirits, doesn't it, a bit of rain, but it also challenges you in a kind of spiritual way.
You what?
I don't know, got no idea, but yeah, so I don't really know what I'm going to say really, it's still too early in the morning. I'll have a coffee and a cigarette. Do.
Don't use much fuel these stoves, do they?
No, you don't need a lot, do you? If you're just having well, you're only using it for a brew, aren't you, really?
No, I'm very impressed.
Oh, that'll do.
I think I've got some birch bark as well, I might use it.
Have you? I'll just collect a load of feather curls and then, or wood curls, and then you can do more of a fighting chance in. Oh, he's getting the fire going today. The rain has eased. It's obviously dropping from the leaves now, so not too bad. He's not building a shelter over his fire, he's just going to do it straight because he's hardcore. What are you saying? I don't know what you're missing, mate. I found some like, bit of hanging deadwood and some little bits of birch in there as well.
I've just got it here.
Got a bit.
Have we got enough? That's the question. That's what I keep asking myself.
What, for the curls and that?
For the kindling.
Oh, to get the kindling and the timber going. Yeah, all right. Well, I've got a load of birch shavings in here as well, mate. Well, we'll do what we can.
Keep forgetting I've got my fire kit.
Bring that can of petrol with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got it.
Yeah. You bought it last time, didn't you?
Yeah, I always use it.
Only fair.
Just edit it out.
I'm not going to use this. Just going to put it on the base.
Oh,
A little platform to rest me. So, I try not to use birch bark all the time. Because I don't like to rely on it.
Yeah, but if you've got it, I mean, I think because it's almost like NATO standard, isn't it? It's sort of like most people will use it. But at the end of the day, if it gets your fire going, then it doesn't matter. It's because of...
Are you filming now? No. Oh, you should have said that I would have done my makeup.
That's what? You've done your makeup. At least it stopped raining. Well, for now, yeah. I'll do the rain dance, it might come just to start your fire again.
Lovely.
Oh, you've got some fat wood there as well, haven't you?
Pine fatwood. Sorry, just over there.
Buried in the little wood end.
Need to set my knees, Des.
You got a need to set of knee pads, mate.
I've been looking to buy some actually.
Can you put the knee pad inserts in them?
Yeah. But you can get far-over ones, can't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the knee pads are brilliant. I really do. Oh, that's it. Photobomb my video.
No.
Oh yeah, just spoil the authenticity of my. I had to move the camera because Barney decided to put his like there near us. Damn it!
Oh, I don't know.
You work with amateurs all the time. I know how Spielberg feels. But like we say with Prepper Steve, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? He was like a proper hussy. Oh, you got the proper stuff.
This is the fine stuff.
Put the other stuff that's got wet now.
Yeah.
Go on, Barn.
No pressure then.
No.
Is that a bushcrafty?
One as well. Oh, fuck.
There's some bushcrafty enough clothes for you.
Oh yeah. That is, isn't it?
Right, so the strategy is to ignite that, put that on, bit of that.
I've got all that wood shavings as well, don't forget.
Where's that?
In my bag.
I ain't done this for a while, just disclaimer.
Don't worry about it. Most people that watch it ain't done it for a while either. That's it. Hey, you can relax now.
Hold on a minute. What, can you cut to the scene after we put the petrol
Yeah, that's
over?
it, yeah, with a blazing fire. That's it, because that's what some people like to do, don't they?
Yeah, there's fat wood on there.
Sweet. It's still going.
Just about. a little bit damp, that stuff.
Is it?
Yeah.
What I'll give you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because I put some water in there first.
Oh, right.
In my bag,
Thanks.
so just to
Appreciate
like, to make you look, you know, to obviously if you're getting embarrassed, you know, like to make you look a bit of a twat on the camera, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Cheers, Dad.
That's all right. Oh, that's what mates do. Mates do things like that. That's it. Leave it, Barn. Leave it. You're getting all like
Twitchy.
You are, aren't you?
Yeah, it's natural though. A lot of people do this.
What? Because
They get a bit nervous. They want to make it
look good.
not look good, just burn.
Oh, so I'm going to get that can of petrol and job done, isn't it? Leave it. Just let Barney do it. Walk away.
You've just been sitting in front of my camera, haven't you?
I have, yeah. Yeah.
Cheers, Des.
Yeah. Oh, you know, I smell that pine.
It's good, isn't it? I love the smell of pine.
Yeah, you smell that pine. Oh, at least that stuff's eased. Sweet. Lovely.
It's been a while since I've done that.
Right, mate, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No pressure. Blaze off that pine there, isn't it?
A little bit punky, that.
Yeah.
Should be alright.
Should be alright, try that, isn't it? Oh, that's it, isn't it? That's it. It's going.
My video's not even recording.
You're not. Oh, you're joking.
No.
Is it not?
No.
Oh, you swonk. Oh, now your video is going to look like you've just literally lit it, isn't you?
Never mind.
I won't see you putting the petrol on.
I'm really good at this YouTube malarkey.
Well, you know, when you work with the experts, such as myself, you know, you get a bit of a...
There we go.
That's done. That's
I'm happy with that.
That's there, isn't it? Happy days.
Ooh.
Very well, is it? I've only bought the Steuben out for this overnighter. Keep it tidy, keep it together, I suppose. So now the fire's going, the stove can go away, I suppose. Look, we need that. Food dye, got some green. Good old wife. Let's just see. Certainly keeps everything together, a bit more compact in it, a little bit more of a tidier campsite as well, I think. take it out, no. Well, what I'll do is try and be a little bit bushcrafty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little pot hanger. Going to have a little hole in there. Barney wants to make some cordage, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some cordage, and then what I thought I'd do is maybe knock up some sort of tripod so the nettle cordage can go through there, hang up onto the tripod, and then I can hang my pot over the fire. How bushcrafty is that? Right, I'll go like that. Maybe a bit higher. All the way around. That's my marker. So we can run the nettle fruit cordage through there. Yeah! Right, so we've got the nettles. Smoke is coming right in my face now.
About time you had a bit. I've been getting it all morning.
Ah, well.
Is that not stinging you then?
No, not at all. Let's see, because I've got rock hard hands. See, because when I was in the rock hard hands regiment, you had to do this every, like, as part of a routine where you had to sort of like bury your hands. You know, a bit like kung fu. Do you remember kung fu on the telly?
Yeah.
You know, like when they had to bury their hands in hot sand. I had to bury my hands in cold nettles, and it was just like, it's just. I just don't feel it.
I bet Ray Mears can't even do that.
I don't know, it's debatable, you know, I'd like to put money on it. But I'll probably lose, but there you go. You know what I mean? That's Ray, because Ray is a guru, isn't he? He's a master at what he does.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, as a master, you know, putting that coin in your hand and then you've got to take it. You know, it's one of them, innit? You know, that's what I always think, anyway.
You're not going to save those nettles for your lunch?
No, I'll have some later. I'll get some nettle. What, them leaves? Yeah, I could do, actually. That's a good point, Barn. Actually, well done.
Waste not, want not.
Waste not, want not. I will.
Saves you going out getting more, doesn't it?
It will. You're absolutely. I'll tell you what, Barn. I'll do that. Mind you, I'm making this look a bit trash. They're really nice and moist now.
Are you removing the sort of piffy centre?
You either run it through your fingers, just squash it through your fingers, just get it all, take all the leaf stems off and that, and then just squash it between your fingers, or you can tap it with the handle of your knife. So, ideally something not metal, because otherwise it will just damage the skin. And then once you sort of, you can run your fingernail down them, or a knife if you so wish. And then normally the illustrations you see in the books are where they normally just go like that, where they snap them, and they break lovely. But you don't always get that.
Doesn't always work like that.
Doesn't always work like that. So it's just a matter of you just use with what you got. But you just work. You just use what you can, don't you? Which, but they come off quite. They're quite. Once you break the pith in the middle. I got stung then, Barn, but did you notice I don't go ouch? It's just like, what happens is it's like a nettle energy that sort of comes into your body.
I think I saw your eyelash twitch.
No, that's just the wind.
Oh right, okay.
That's just the wind. That weren't me. That wouldn't have been me.
Sure.
Being stung, nah. Because I suppose I am a nettle master.
If it was me, I'd probably be phoning 111 or something.
You probably would, mate. It'd kill a normal person, as old Rob Law would say. But it doesn't. I think it's more a thing of no sense, no feeling, more than it is anything else. But all the years that I've done nettle karate and that, I've just become quite immune to it. I don't know what it is. I can't explain it. It's kind of out of this world.
Spiritual.
It's a spiritual thing, but it's a bit of a. I can't. Yeah, it's out of this world. It's a bit like UFOs, I suppose. You know what I mean? But or something like that. It's a bit, sort of like you can't. I can't describe it to you. You have to experience it, and it takes a long time. I'm 12 now, so it took me like since I was.
Are you filming all of this? Right.
So I was doing it. So I've been doing nettlology since I was 2. So I'm 12 now. So do the maths.
This is going to get you nominated for a YouTube Oscar.
I reckon it might. I reckon. You know what, Barn? I think you could be right.
You thought about changing your YouTube name to Des Nettles?
Well, I was thinking about sort of like becoming a guru.
Yeah.
Like these like these people that are maybe a people coach.
So charge £300 an hour.
£300 an hour to listen to me talk. I don't know. I mean, people are obviously getting a freebie on
Some
it.
People find solace
on
in
YouTube, aren't they?
Yeah.
So where's the other bits gone? Down there. Yeah. So it is quite a special skill to have. I don't normally talk about it, normally I keep it quite secret.
I've noticed.
Because no one else knows, it's only you now that knows, you know what I mean? I haven't told anyone else. So
I'll keep it secret.
You keep it secret, don't tell anyone else about it,
Well, I won't put it on YouTube.
Don't put it on YouTube, for God's sake. It's not that, it's all the repercussions you get, all the fan mail, all the people want to, come round your house, and you get all this, people want to buy your stuff, and and I can't be doing with it. I know how Tom Cruise and that feel. It's not a nice experience. It really ain't.
Sort of nettle hangers on.
Yeah, they just want to hang on. They just want to come round. You get some people want to be servants.
Then you get the bramble enthusiasts.
Yeah, well, brambles. I mean, it's a bit like vegans and meat eaters. They're so in totally different class. It's just
really great sense of self-entitlement.
Oh, all the time, mate. All the. See why I come camping with Barney. He's such a clever bloke sometimes. I mean, I know you should. I know they say you should only use the tender tops, but I'm kind of using. I'm kind of use them all now. I'm just collecting all the ones that I dropped on the floor. Obviously with no leaf matter on them or anything like that, they're more tender tops, and I can use them with my noodles for my lunch. Because I like a noodle. So yeah, let's put them in now. That'll do, won't it? Not too many. Right, let's make cordage. That's a little bit offset. It's quite moist. All this to make a pot hanger. Would be easy just to chuck the mug straight on the fire, wouldn't it? But for sort of a little bit of demo purposes, you know, a little bit of, you know, sort of bushcraft skills and all that sort of stuff, you know, it's good to incorporate a few little bits of woodcraft and cordage making and stuff like that. Certainly ups your little gains, doesn't it? You know, and it sort of might be a little bit of an interesting one for some viewers. It's certainly an interesting one for me. I mean, I don't make nettle cordage as much as I should because we use paracord a lot, don't we? You know, or there are people out there that do it, but for me personally, I'll get lazy and just use paracord. But obviously, for the purpose of this video, we'll. And there we go. So, started this nettle cordage. I'm now 65, and. And I've created a length of it. I've had to obviously merge a few bits into it, so my plan is then to obviously hope it's going to be long enough for me to be able to push that through there. I think I might need to open that hole up a tiny bit more.
Borrow my I've got an awl on my Swiss Army.
No, I've done it, Barn. I've done it bushcrafty. You know, how people like, you know, I could have used my power drill, but right, so let's poke that through the loop. That's where it all goes wrong, isn't it? I need to put my glasses on. I can't see very well without them on. Need my glasses on. I sound like Bill Clinton then. I need my glasses. Hillary, I had nothing to do with that blowjob.
What's that stain on your trousers?
Right, so there's the sort of first bit then, folks, alright? So let's hope now that that's going to hold my pot over the fire, or is it going to go banishing into the fire? Right. So come on. Alright, so let's lift that up a bit. I could have done with making that a bit higher, putting that a bit higher actually. Take two. What a long-winded way to make a pot hanger, but it's still good fun to make. What I've done was I had to cut a little bit of a wedge out of this piece of wood, so that would sit on that branch there, to obviously make it a little bit more stable. And then I'm just sort of gonna almost do like a, I'm not gonna tie it off, just do like a little overhand knot there. Surprising how strong the nettles are anyway, even just as they are, and then I'll wrap that round as I would do normally, as you would do. Unfortunately, because I've got a pot hanger already attached to mine, a bit difficult trying to gain the height.
Can I use my cup then?
No, well, I'll just sort of like, I might just have to, so actually that's not a bad height to put it over the fire really. So just to sort of like give people proof of purchase. So there you go. Right, not the, you know, it's a long-winded process, but it's obviously, you know, nice little thing to be able to practice making a bit of nettle cordage, working out a little bit of other stuff as well. Alright, so there it is in action. But the thing is, I had to use Barney's mug, the TBS one, because I've got the cable attached to mine, and it was just a bit too long, and I really could have done with cutting them tripod legs a bit longer. But anyway, you get the picture. It only took me 6 hours to make a tripod, to put a cup over the fire.
Good job you weren't thirsty, wasn't it?
Yeah, good job. Yeah. Lovely jubbly. It is, isn't it? It's getting really grey. So I've just emptied that into my bottle so I can use the growl again to collect some more water. I was attempting to split a piece of wood to make a, I wanted to make a butter knife, but I used my axe, not this one, this is Barney's little one, but I used my forest axe, and when I split it, it split it really thin. But then I looked at it, and with the keen eyes of a woodsman, I looked at it and thought, you know what, that'll make a good little camp spatula. So I'm literally just thinning it down with the axe, you know, take all the little sort of undulated bits there, round it off at the top. I'm going to drill a little hole in it, and then I'm going to put a little bit of nettle cordage on there as well, just to sort of finish it off. So, you know, come on mate, I'll tell you what, in my videos, I'll tell you, you really do.
You're in the zone today.
I am in the zone, but I am, because it's a spiritual sort of thing, you know. I've found my zen today, yeah, you know what I mean.
I'll be tempted to round off one of the edges on that.
Yeah, so it goes in your pan.
So it goes into the edges.
Yeah, I'll totally get you with that. But you know what, I'm really like, considering that was just a mistake. It needs to be finished off a little bit more, rubbed down and stuff, but that ain't bad. It's a little bit of a weak point where the knot is. But look at that, look at that, look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it, look.
Facing east or something.
Well,
that gets the most sunlight.
Right, well, ours is facing south.
How was it?
Yeah. So it gets...
I thought I'd sort of, while I was sitting here, it was a bit of seasoned ash, and time's getting on a little bit. Barney was sitting there carving a spoon. They've gone for a walk now. John turned up as well, and in the meantime I haven't bought a lot of carving kit with me. I've only got my flexi cut, which, if you haven't seen one, is basically one of these with all the various sort of knife shapes on them for you know, for doing a little bit of carving. But I'm using Barney's left-handed, I'm right-handed, and I'm using Barney's little knife, crooked knife, just to sort of try and get a bowl into this. I don't know what's possessed me to do it, but I've started making just like a little, I'm not going to say it's going to be a cookser. It might just be a little sort of cup of salts. If I can get it deep enough, it might be enough just to maybe use as a little short cup. Maybe just to have a little drop of rum in or something. Or if I can get it deep enough, I might better use it even for a brew. But yeah, a little bit limited on what I can do with just this. And it's a bit awkward as well when I'm right-handed, but you know, I'm slowly getting there. So when I used my axe, got a little bit carried away, and split into the bowl there. So the best thing I can do with that is chuck it on the fire, I suppose. A bit gutted really, but I'll take another little bit of ash home with me tomorrow and do another one. But say la vie, is what it is.
It'll burn nicely though, won't it?
What?
It'll burn nicely.
It'll burn. You're alright, Sarky.
They rapidly pulled the page down when they realised it was cottoned on to what the foundation was about, which was to destroy the nuclear family, destroy capitalism, and was clearly a Marxist group. The co-founders in America, did you see that? She's on about a fourth multi-million home. So people are now being saying, hang on, where's all this money being gone to?
Because obviously gear and stuff this weekend was a bit of a premium, so I've kind of gone for no burgers or, you know, steak or anything like that this weekend. Barney's bought burgers, but I've gone for one of these. This is the lentil one. Is it chicken lentil or something like that? Chicken lentil curry or something like that. And I cut the pita breads. Nice.
You want a burger?
Hmm?
You want a burger?
He's winding me up, isn't he?
The badgers get in there.
Yeah.
You've seen rabbit or hare in there.
Yeah. No, I've not seen the hare in there. I've seen them further back towards Cattys.
So I know we were working the other, whenever I lose track after all this lockdown period. I know we were in them, and the dragonflies, and they're saying, well, where are they coming from? Where's the water? You know, where's the water that they're close to?
Mm.
Other than say the troughs, which wouldn't be an ideal spot for them.
No.
Yeah.
So the nearest water, unless it's a marsh is down by the river, but that's a fur way.
Yeah.
And then I know there's water over Cobham way. Not exactly extensive.
No, it'd be nice because it'll attract that sort of thing, won't it? That sort of.
Might dissuade people from. Well, it'll either dissuade people from picnicking there, or it'll encourage them to. Which, if they do it responsibly, is fine. But the ones who normally use it are usually like, you know, been graffitiing trees and setting fires to stuff. Right? But you can only do your best, can't you? Just do it as a matter. So, the more stuff like that gets done, I think the more people realise, you know, it's not just an empty woodland, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, just walking along the paths, you know, there's signs up saying, yeah, there's this going on and that going on, isn't there? It's not like, you know.
It's good to know, isn't it?
Yeah.
What a lovely evening.
It's superb. You think compared to yesterday, it's like totally different, isn't it? Yesterday it was blowing early, wasn't it? Today it's fantastic. Apart from a bit of rain and that, but
hardly anything to mention, was it? You know, the time we got waterproof coverings or stuff under cover, it's time to get it all out here.
Yeah.
Got Supermoon this month as well, haven't we?
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
We call it
Is that a larger moon?
something to
It's
do
a bit closer to the Earth.
yeah, closer on the electrics. When it was that Kirtley course I signed up to, you got a continuation course. It's about 12 quid a month, but he's been putting a load of stuff on of late of different knots, like constrictor knot, cow hitches and lark's foot, different things, you know, just little things that are quite handy, Italian hitch and stuff like that. But then he does an eyes on the stars section. So
Oh yeah, you were saying about that before, weren't you?
So it was only from I looked at that the other night and I'd missed the first 2 phases of the moon. It was saying this, I've forgotten the dates now. I've not loaded it onto my Evernote, so I can check. But the full moon due, it's about, it's not quite there yet. It's like 3/4 at the moment.
There used to be a guy, well, he's still there, Bruce, and he used to go to the gathering, and he used to do he's a member of like the, stargazing astrology, and he was something to do with the astrology's club or something or other, or commit, or, you know, society or whatever, and he always used to do like stargazing and all that sort of stuff because he was really into it. But the only thing, a lot of the time, the gathering, it was really cloudy nights when he was gonna, you know, when he was hoping to do, you know, a session on it, you know.
Yeah, now gathering was over there, like Wiltshire, the bison farm, isn't it?
Mm.
So I remember I only ever been to that one once. I enjoyed it. It was good. It's the night skies. It was clear while we were there. It's so little light pollution.
Yeah, there is, isn't there? Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. It's like when we used to go to I was going to the Brecon Beacons one time. We were taking a group of like gold participants, and it was just, I'd say it was March, April time, and it was just, I remember hearing it on the news or something that that Wales or that particular area had just received the darkest sky award, to do with, like, you know, like lack of light pollution and all that sort of stuff. And when we was there, it was freezing. It was like when we took the kids, I say kids, they're like young adults, but we took them out to do some night navigation, and one of the guys that was with us, that was helping me out, he had an Apple phone, and he had like a stargazing app on his phone. It was brilliant. He literally just lifted it up to the sky, and then it would connect all the constellations and that. It was really good, like, you know, really good to look at. There was no light pollution, you know, you get right into the beacons and that, and it was gorgeous.
I've only been there a couple of times, but on a clear night you just think, oh wow.
Yeah, it was cold, like a cold, clear sort of winter. It was brilliant, really.
I said, what are you doing in the garden? Because you get the old clear, you know,
Yeah,
clear
yeah.
night.
Yeah.
Trying to follow up on what I've seen on the tutorial.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, all right, there's a right. And I've seen.
Morning, folks. That was quite a chilly one, wasn't it? That was quite chilly last night. Maybe a little bit over ambitious, just bringing the swag man to sleep in. Barney had his blanket, and he was feeling. I think we've all, even John, he only bought a lightweight bag because John turned up as well. And yeah, I think we all sort of felt a little bit chilly last night. So I just got some water on to have some. Have some porridge. So yeah, so it's crazy. We were just saying, you know, it's, you know, here in the UK, you know, we're almost in the back end of May now, and it's still quite cold, you know. When it's, you think we'd have a little bit of heat now, wouldn't you? Beginning of May was really good when I was on the calving course. We had really good weather then, but then this, we've sort of I don't know, weather's been very unsettled. We've had a lot of, you know, gale force winds and God knows what else. You know, I mean, it is what it is. We're not like, I'm not sort of like, but just wish it was a bit, weather would have a break. When we compare it to last year with the lockdown and everything else, it was as early as kind of the end of March, and the weather became really, it was hot and everything else. But this year it's a bit slow getting going, it seems to be. Anyway, so less of that. I'm going to have some porridge. Right, so I basically had just a swag mat to sleep in. Slept on my mat and had my pillow. Obviously my shelter. Right, so that's the gear I bought. That was all packed into the Stuben. You know, do you need me to describe what's in there? Blah blah blah. You know, that's my pegs and my guy lines, my frying pan, first aid kit, the grill. This is a bag which takes my Widow 10 jacket, but it's out of the picture at the moment. Brew kit, the little speedster stove, sleeping mat. That's from the swag man. That I keep all my pillow, a hat and a pair of socks. All my now ration pack, 2 water bottles, the Pathfinder cup, 2 pair of gloves, 1 leather, 1 just like a dirty old pair just for sort of mucking around with, you know, sort of picking up any dirty stuff. Head torch, a lamp. That's one of the sheets that Dave Fryers does. In there is just all my little Flexicut, pencil, sharpening stone and stuff like that. Charger, saw, forest axe, the ground sheet, and then I've got my that's my jacket, and then just under there I've got the grail bottle and a water belt kit. So that's what we had for this. That's what I had for this trip out. All right. The only other things I forgot to mention, I still left them in the side pocket. Toilet kit, you know, bum wipes and all that sort of stuff, and then my little bag. My kitty bag, possibles bag, whatever you want to call it, with all my glue and bits and pieces and all that in there. Alright, there it is, folks. So there it is, folks. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you on the next video. Stay safe. Don't forget to check the description, subscribe and all that. Stay safe.